I do like adjusting the conferences for sure. I think the Grizzlies and the Pelicans actually belong out east,
Mhm.
so I like it in that sense. It's just, and I do think those markets could be successful, but I don't think this helps the markets that already struggle, like Milwaukee. Outside of getting Giannis, that's a market that's going to struggle heavily. The Wizards, I think it makes it even more grim for those. And now we can like address relocation possibly, of course, but like those, it's going to get real bad for those teams because that's even less talent that's going to be wanted to be, showcased there versus okay, if I can go to Seattle, definitely, yeah. If I can go to Vegas for sure, but I'm not going to DC no more. I'm not going to Milwaukee. I'm not going to Utah. Like those markets gonna suffer a lot because there still isn't enough talent to really fill the league.
Yeah, those small market teams might take a hit, but is that on them being specifically in a small market, or them not being as good of like I guess like GMs or just basketball minds to be able to create a culture to make people want to go there? Because like for instance, OKC, people don't want to go to Oklahoma City. That's a no disrespect. That's not a good city. At the same time, they built it from the ground up. Same thing with the Pacers. I'm not saying Indianapolis is a bad city, but for as a basketball player that's making millions, that's not a city that you want to dwell in. They still built a team from the ground up. They built a culture that built a team that is stapled in the basketball world. If you have a team in Seattle, yeah, it might seem just a little more favorable to live in Seattle versus the Wizards, but the Wizards is building a culture right now that people might want to go to the Wizards if they actually, handle business correctly going into the next season. So these teams have to just also take accountability and build a situation that make people want to go there. It's not always about them being in the small market. It's also about the front office just making mistakes and just doing things that just make them look less likely to be a team that's favorable in a certain situations. Like I don't want to go to a team that doesn't have a management that doesn't know what they're doing. I'm not gonna go to Charlotte when it look like we don't know what the fuck they doing over there. But now it's starting to look like Charlotte is a favorable spot just because they starting to build a core that looks fun to play with. Somebody probably looking over there like, damn, that team low key look fun to play with. But Charlotte at the end of the day is a good city. That's not a small market city. Charlotte is a booming city in America, but don't nobody want to go there because they front office is trash.